of fun. I'm glad you guys are here to enjoy it with us.
Wait, are we done? Why don't we just go do some more?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
One, two, three.
She has no bra on.
That was a lot more than motorboat. That looked like a fucking yacht to me.
Thanks for watching, guys, but this is not the end. We will donate an additional $100 for every 100,000 views this video gets this month.
So help us spread awareness and save some more boobies by sharing this video on your favorite forum, Facebook, Twitter, or whatever else you can think of.
And if you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button so you can subscribe to our channel and be the first to know when we make another awesome video. See you soon.
So in order to prove without a shadow of a doubt that Jana's breasts are 100% real, we've enlisted the help of Beverly Hills plastic surgeon Dr. Vishal Kapoor, and we're here at the California Hospital Medical Center where he's going to perform an exam and a sonogram on Jana. So let's go. Okay, we're here with Dr. Kapoor, and Dr. Kapoor, can you please tell me what kind of tests we're going to do today to prove that Jana's breasts are real?
Well, at issue is, again, whether or not Jana has implants, and where we're going to ascertain that is with a clinical examination, which will involve palpating the breast tissue, feeling for the shell of an implant. This is a sample of an implant, and often they have a silicone shell that, depending on your native breast tissue thickness, you can palpate and actually feel through the skin. Other things that would be a telltale sign of an augmentation would be a scar around the areola, underneath the breast, sometimes in the armpit. So in the absence of those, it becomes very difficult to really see if there's anything. And even then, these clinical exams can be inconclusive, in which case we'd probably recommend an ultrasound or some other imaging modality.
Okay. Are you ready, Jana?
Here we go.
Okay, so what we're going to be doing is looking for any scars, which would be a telltale sign of an augmentation. So we'll palpate around the areola, and I don't see anything that would indicate an augmentation was done. That looks to be intact, and I don't see anything here as well. We're going to look underneath the breast tissue. I don't see any scars there, so obviously nothing was done on either side. Nothing in your belly button that would indicate anything. And lastly, what we want to do is look in the axilla, look in the armpit area. And I don't see any scars there. Let's check the other side. Great. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is palpate and feel the native breast tissue. So what I'm doing is just pressing what tissue is there, trying to feel just a shell of an implant. And what I can feel is just dense breast tissue, some fiber fatty tissue, which is consistent for someone of this age. But again, I don't feel anything at all that would resemble an implant. Let me check this side as well. Well, it's my opinion that her breasts are natural and that there is no prosthesis here. But we can further confirm these findings with an ultrasound, which I think would be a prudent thing to do.
Okay, doctor, one question I have. People often comment that her breasts are fake because there's, I don't know if you can see, but in her left breast there's a fold. And can you explain what that might be?
One concern that people have when they have implants is you can sometimes see some visible rippling through the skin. And again, that depends on how thick your skin is and how much native tissue you have. Obviously, Jana has a lot of her own natural tissue, so I don't believe that there's anything there. But just to give you an example, here's an implant, and if you see when it's compressed in a certain way, you can see certain folds that would make people think there's an implant there. Now, as I'm examining her, and I palpate the tissue, I feel nothing of the sort that would indicate there's an implant shell there. If anything, it's probably just the edge of her muscle fascia, which is a dense recovering of the muscle, which gives rise to the fold. And when it's on stretch, such as the case here, it can mimic what would look like a ripple, but no such thing that I can appreciate.
So the right breast is without any evidence of implant. We're going to proceed to the left breast. I'm doing a 4-quadrant evaluation. So again, we're going to start with the left breast. In the upper quadrant, you can see that this parenchyma is the same as we saw on the right. It's homogeneous, and it has fat and fibroglandular tissue. There's no evidence of implant. Going into the upper outer quadrant, and the axillary tail, you see the same finding. And again, you can see the pectoralis muscle here, and deeper you can see the ribs, which are the white structures with interpolating spaces, which are the actual rib spaces. Again, throughout the breast, I don't see any evidence of an implant. So the left breast is also without evidence of an implant.
If she did have implants, what would you see?
Well, going back to the sonogram, when her breast was being examined, there were reports that there was normal breast parenchyma or breast tissue that was diffusely throughout the whole breast on both sides. If there were indeed an implant there, there would be a very discrete black area, which would, if it was a salient implant, that would indicate that there was no continuity of the breast tissue. But in fact, that was not the case. Another clue, another telltale sign would be just the shell of the implant can often give rise to a fine, discrete white line. But again, that wasn't the case. There appeared to be just a confluence of normal breast tissue throughout.
Okay, and the little fold in her breast that we talked about earlier, what would you say that is caused by?
Well, having examined Jana's breast, one thing that comes to mind is that she has very dense, very heavy natural breasts. When there's that much weight or tension on the skin, you're bound to have some folding of the skin, which might mimic a ripple of an implant. But as we can see from clinical examination and ultrasonographic findings, there's no such finding of an implant.
Great, thank you very much.